remind you of them. Every glove and every boxing bag and pad that you're hitting, you're kind of imagining them as well. So like you said, it's all about who studied the most, but these first rounds are very important because you want to see if they have adjusted. If you've already won the fight, one thing you'll do is you won't change very much. And if you've lost the fight, you have to do something differently. But a very good round by both fighters, both landing heavy shots. But Jirawat, to me, is coming out on top at the moment with these sweeps and big, heavy hands upstairs.
He's controlling the game nice and tight here in the first round. Not giving away too much to Keelien here, but still putting it over him a little bit, trying to break his confidence down here in the first round. Nice deep reply there from Mr. Keelien, but I still think, you know, Mr. Jirawat here in the red shorts is putting it a little bit over him.
Yeah, Keelian's landed that beautiful overhand right several times in that round. So is it going to find the target very soon in these later rounds? We're going to find out. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got 4 more rounds of action coming your way.
SKS Empire super fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that first round was quite explosive. You know, not usual for the first round in these 5-round Muay Thai fights. But like we said, they've already taken away the ability to have to download information on one another. They're just going to start fast. So in the blue corner, we do have Keelien. In the red corner, we have Jirawat. Keelien already landing a high kick upstairs, landing clean on Jirawat's chin. Jirawat now gets behind the jab and a nice right to the body.
Great display of balance there from Jirawat as he turns the hip over from that last kick, just pushing Keelien away. It's just the little subtleties in Muay Thai that make a huge difference on the scorecards there. You know, people often think it's about aggression and violence, but it's also about the beauty and the gracefulness of balance being one of the big criterias on the scorecards here, Jimmy.
Yeah, that was very beautiful too, Jen. You're absolutely correct. I mean, we're so used to seeing some explosive Muay Thai in, you know, other events and other promotions, but this is very traditional Muay Thai. 5 rounds, and it's a full story of the fight that is being told. And as we say that, a beautiful catch and a sweep by Keelien once again. So Jirawat's timing of Keelian's attacks is absolutely perfect right now. So I think he's just remembering from last time. So I'd like to see Keelien start trying to change up the rhythm ever so slightly, because I think Jirawat's got his number with the rhythm right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see Keelien try and cut the angle off a bit more and move out to the side. He's still becoming a little bit one-dimensional, as well as the last fight. Standing right in front of Jirawat is something that he can't afford. He needs to move to the left a little bit and throw off the kicks off the center.
As both fighters do that, they send a teep at one another. So they're both reading each other very well, but it looks like Jirawat, to me, is just beating Keelien to the punch ever so slightly. I'd like to see Keelien actually jab downstairs and come over the top of that right hand and maybe set it up a little bit stronger. And as we say that, Jirawat lands a nice body kick once again.
You can see Jirawat changing the eye levels as well, just watching where the next kick or the next attack's going to come from and looking to counter that as well. He's a great counter fighter there, Jim.
Jirawat landing a nice jab, an upwards jab as well to find his target. So Jirawat very calm, very much on the back foot and just trying to counter Keelian's onslaught, which is exactly what he did in the last fight as well, Joe. Very nicely done.
Sets up the body kicks beautifully as well, utilizing good fakes. Oh, here we are into the clinch, turns, digs the chin under and scores. Beautiful display of clinch tactics there from Jirawat.
Keelien going in for the aggressive attack towards the end of the round. So I'd like to see that a little bit more from Keelien, because beautifully timed and just that psychological warfare where if you're both at a very high level, it's the mental game that will take you into the victory. Anyways, that is the bell for round number 3. Jirawat in the red takes on Keelien in the blue for this rematch.
Big head kick upstairs there from Keelien, but not even rocking Jirawat as Jirawat locks on in the clinch. Still looking very confident as he shuts him down there in that last exchange.
A big head kick attempted by Keelien and an upwards jab landed by Jirawat and return fire by Keelien. Keelien jumps in the air to land an elbow, but Jirawat gets out of damage. And a beautiful right hand upstairs as we say it.
Beautifully timed knee as well there from Jirawat. He's a great counter fighter, just waiting for the moment for Keelien to strike, to jump off with the counters there. Fantastic work there from the red corner.
And interestingly, that's exactly what Keelien needs to do. He needs to push the aggression with the feints. Against the counter puncher, you need to feint them and then throw that big right hand. And again, Jirawat showing everyone how to deal with a powerhouse like Keelien.
But the issue with Keelien is he's just moving at the same speed. I'd like to see him rush in a bit more and break the distance, break the rhythm of Jirawat. He just keeps waiting, and moving in slowly. Tries to explode in, but Jirawat just anticipates it every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jirawat's got his back against the ropes now, but he's even doing it in the center of the ring. So the ring IQ of Jirawat, to me, is absolutely fantastic. But again, both fighters now involved in the clinch, and a cheeky elbow on the inside by Jirawat landed.
Great hand placement there from Jirawat as well, putting the palm over the mouth to disrupt the breathing of Keelien. And you can see, you're talking about sitting on the ropes, but he's using that to his advantage. Just there, redirects him into the rope like a matador, swinging him into the wall.
That's exactly, and beautifully done as well. The timing of Jirawat, and like you said, Keelien, and he gets swept once again. Jirawat calling the janitor because he is sweeping Keelien around the ring.
Beautiful knee block there from Jirawat, just nullifying the forward pressure there by Keelien.
I'd like to see Keelien really turn it up now. He's going to have to do something. Beautiful knees inside the clinch, knee after knee, and he sends a left kick that just misses the target back in central ring.
Oh, big swing and a miss. Great reply there from Keelien, turning the heat up here in center ring as well.
That's exactly what Keelien is doing. A right hand upstairs by Keelien as well. Keelien now needs to push, flick the jab, go for the right hand, and a sweep as well. Beautifully done.
Nearly goes for the Maradona on the ground there. That is the end of the round. We'll be back in just a moment. Wow, the heat is really turning up. Yeah, a real turn of the tables there, like a DJ on the turntables.
That's exactly what happened, and we saw it live in the flesh. The beautiful thing about these events as well, the matchmaking's fantastic. It's always somewhat an even fight, and I'm loving it so far. So that is the bell for the fourth round. Keelien in the blue, Jirawat in the red for this rematch. Can Keelien pull something out the bag, or is Jirawat going to be the victor again?
Well, I mean, Jirawat is just such a slick operator for a 16-year-old. Look at that hip turn. In the immortal words of Shakira, those hips don't lie. Oh, and a big knee there from Keelien, really turning it around.
And we saw in the corner of Keelien, his corner was telling him to be more aggressive and just keep firing when you're on the inside. And I think it's exactly what he's attempting to do. But Jirawat very intelligently turns his opponent back in central ring. Beautiful start to the fourth round.
I mean, you can hear the fans and the punters going absolutely wild here at Omnoi Stadium, telling Keelien to move forward and get inside that clinch and knee off. Knee after knee here, scoring the points.
And a very nice knee guard as well by Jirawat and Keelien at the same time. Both fighters being pried apart by the referee. And a right hand upstairs landed by Keelien. Jirawat definitely feeling the pressure right now. Keelien knows he's got to do something.
Well, I mean, I think Keelien might think he's a bit more confident now because he was a bit slow to get off on that last exchange and raising his hand there.
So maybe Keelien feels like he's now winning the fight. Jirawat has now gone into a clinch-style fight, and both fighters giving it everything they've got. The referee once again pry him apart, brings them into central ring halfway through fourth round.
And I mean, generally speaking, in the fourth round, when a fighter starts putting more pressure on, it's when they believe that they're behind on the scorecards. Oh, nice hip turn there, nullifying the clinch from Keelien there. Bit of a turn of the tables here, Jimmy.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what we like to see. Even fights, even playing fields, and a right hand upstairs by Keelien. Both fighters with nice hand placement back into the clinch, and knees being landed. The referee once again breaks them up and brings them into the center. What a fight we have here so far, folks.
Jirawat on the back foot again. Great turn there as well.
timed it perfectly as he jumped in. Jirawat turned to his left and allowed him to go into the ropes. Are we going to see a strong finish once again?
Puts the palm over the top. Tries to take the gas out of the gas tank there from Jirawat. Oh, a bit of trouble prying them apart there. Needs a bit of WD-40. That is the end of the fourth round, and a very confident Jirawat there. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. Beautiful work. So we'll be going into the fifth and final round of this rematch. Jirawat, would you rather, in the red shorts, taking on Keelien.
And I always like to see a fight where both fighters think they're down on the scorecards, because don't leave it in the judges' scorecards. Give it everything you've got. So if you're just tuning in, folks, we are in the fifth round of the first fight. Jirawat in the red takes on Keelien in the blue. It's been an even fight so far. Jirawat started, to me, as the victor. Keelien has maybe turned the tide. We're going to see in this fifth round.
Oh, very dramatic dump there from Keelien again.
And it looks like Keelien is starting to go on the back foot, which is usually a sign of someone who thinks they're winning. And both fighters nearly fall out of the ropes as well inside that clinch. What a fight we have so far. 2 minutes in.
We're lucky we've got enough rope here. Oh, big scoring kick there from Keelien on that last exchange. Sitting on the back foot now, just trying to anticipate Jirawat's forward pressure. Oh, and another big dump there from Jirawat.
This is the first time in the fight we've seen Keelien actually go on the back foot like this. And he throws a beautiful right hand, exactly what we thought he would do. Both fighters in the clinch once again, but Keelien on the back foot now. Is he going to try and time that right hand? Is he going to try and time that teep? We're going to see. Time will tell. Halfway through fifth round already.
Moving on the front four, switching things up like flash dance. Oh, locks on, drags him through, gets into the pocket and tries to score with the little pitter-patter knees from Jirawat back in the center ring.
What a rematch we're seeing, and this is exactly what we want to see. Will we have a trilogy on our hands if this goes to Keelien? The crowd are going absolutely crazy. This is a fantastic fight. Jirawat charges towards Keelien once again. Keelien on the back foot, teeps and lands a nice right kick as well.
Locked up inside the clinch now as our referee, the man in the middle, breaks them apart. About 40 seconds to go here in center ring. Jirawat on the hunt, trying to take the head off of Keelien here.
I'd like to see Keelien maybe turn it up ever so slightly as well, because I'm sure both fighters think they've won this one, but it's so even on mine. Joe, on your unofficial scorecard, which way are you going?
I'm going to have to go for the blue corner from the dramatic turnaround there in round 4 and 5.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that one. What a beautiful turnaround.
A bit of dancing there from the crowd. Beautiful work. I might have to learn some moves from that man.
You would look absolutely fantastic dancing. And that is the end of this rematch. Let us know in the comments, those who are watching, who do you think won that fight? What a fight. And I would like to say that the blue won, we got to see a trilogy.
A very confident Keelien there, standing on the ropes with our referee, the man in the middle, collecting the scorecards. Who will be the winner of this rematch? And it goes to Keelien.
Wow, what a fantastic fight, and what a way to turn the tide. And that just goes to show you, you cannot get complacent just because you've won the first 2 rounds. You've got to keep the pressure on.